This roller coaster ride that we've been on, babe. Oh, I just can't take it no more. At first you're loving me, then you're leaving me, then you wanna come back. And then you wanna give me everything I need, but you don't know how to do that. And I've been giving my all to you, been steady, been going, been trying just to hold on to you. And you've been taking my love for granted, babe, and now I can't take it no more, and I gotta take it back. Oh, baby.
Hey there, welcome back to WoozyFly.com's The Set at JSM Music. I'm your host, Justin Kutcher, here with Brad Marquis. And Brad, you know you've made it big when you have your own logo.
Huh.
The hat, that's awesome.
Thank you, thank you.
Who designed it?
My mother.
Really?
Yes, yes. Well, I should say my boy designed it. My friend Josh designed it. My mother actually made me this hat. So.
It's kind of like the Milwaukee Brewers, the MB in there.
Yeah. We're going for class. We're going for class here, you know, Brad Marquis. So that's going to stand for.
Well, as far as your music is concerned, it's definitely very classy. Very impressed with your work. You know, we get a lot of people coming in, and some people are hyped up, some people not so hyped. You were hyped, and you lived up to it. So, job well done.
Appreciate that.
One of your songs, the first song you sang for us, Radio. It's getting a lot of play right now on the radio, on Hot 97 here in New York.
Yeah.
And that's huge. What is it like for you knowing that this song is out there and so many people are hearing it?
Just what you said, huge. You know, when I heard it on the radio for the first time, I was actually in a taxi. You know, I was riding with my publicist in a taxi, and we were going to a show, and it came on, and the taxi pulled over. She jumps out. She's more excited about the situation than I am. You know, I was just blown away by it. You know, I try and take everything in stride, you know.
How many phone calls? You got your cell phone right there. It's a BlackBerry. How many phone calls, text messages, emails do you get when your song comes on the radio?
When that song first started spinning on the radio, I didn't know a lot of people in New York, so it really wasn't blowing up off the hook.
Okay.
You know, I was the one that was doing all the calls. I was like, yo,
turn it on!
You know, the radio's on Hot 97, you know, they turn it on, you know. But I like to give a shout out to K. Slay for spinning that. You know, K. Slay was the first person to, you know, grab onto the whole Brad Marquis movement when I was doing a lot of underground shows in New York, and I did a lot of shows where he was the host, and he liked it so much that he grabbed it and threw it on his drama hour, which is all hip hop, and I'm the R&B guy, the only R&B guy on an all hip hop, you know, segment of Hot 97. So it was big for me.
Yeah.
Words are so hard to express the way that I'm feeling right now. And too many times I picked the wrong ones, leaving myself left out. A good relationship requires more than just a one-way street, baby. And it's an empty feeling when I give my all and I'm left with my heart on my sleeve. How do you?
You actually right now are on tour with some pretty big names.
Soul Summer,
Tamia,
yeah.
Brian McKnight, sharing the stage with those people. I mean, when you share the stage with those people, you know you're pretty good.
Yes. Validates, you know, all the hard work that I'm doing, that I've done. You know, if I'm able to get up there and hold my own, and the crowd, you know, likes what I'm doing, and I feel like I'm progressing and getting better as an artist, then absolutely, you know, and it makes it even better when I walk backstage and they look at me and say, "Job well done." And you know, these are individuals who have been in this game for years and years and have had their hits, and you know, they don't have to do it anymore. You know, they're in a position where they don't have to do it. They do it because they love it, you know.
What about a guy like Brian McKnight? I mean, talk about R&B, and I mean, he's one of the best, and you're sharing the stage with him, and what kind of advice does he give to you? What does he say to you when you perform with him?
It really hasn't been much, you know, a good job and off we go. You know, it hasn't, they're focused, they're trying, you know, they have a set to do.
Yeah.
You know, but it's all love. You know, that Soul Summer series and the people that are on it, it's all love, it's all family, and we have a great time doing it.
All right, well, when you're singing, when you're performing, you talked before some of your songs. And for me, I think of Boys to Men, End of the Road, whenever I hear any type of talking before a song. But I also was looking at you performing, and I thought, God, you seem like an actor. And my question for you is, do you feel like an actor when you're singing, when you're doing that, when you're performing?
I believe that is an essential part of performing, you know, being the song, being in the moment, actually Allowing the people to see what you were going through or what happened when what that song is truly about. You know, there's a lot of people out there who just sing, you know, and that's fine for what they do, but I'm not one of them. You know, I want to be laying on the stage like my heart was pouring out the day I wrote the song or the day that the situation actually happened to me. You know, so getting into that moment and finding that focus is something that I constantly search for.
So were those songs based on past experiences?
Almost every song I sing is based on past experience. I'm not one of those artists who just write songs and sing songs. I feel what I sing. I'm very, you know, try and stay conscious of what's going on around me, the situations that's going on around me, and, you know, bring it across to the people. You know, try and bring it across to the people and fans.
All right, well, there are a lot of fans right up in Harlem at the Apollo Theater, and you performed there.
Wow.
And I imagine, I mean, you're born where, in Trenton, New Jersey?
Yes, sir.
You knew about the Apollo your whole life.
Yes, sir.
You go and perform there. That's got to be a great experience.
After I finished that, I walked off stage and just started crying. Walked off stage, I went out the back door and, you know, called my girl at the time and was just bawling my eyes out. You know, that experience was just amazing. When you walk on that stage, it's like every person who was on that stage, a piece of them is still there. And you're kind of like swimming through it before you get to the microphone. Like, wow, you can just feel them standing behind you, just looking at you. Like, do what you do. And I walked off stage and, you know, they rushed me with the cameras and had it all in my face like, what do you think? How do you feel? How do you feel like you did? And I looked at them like, yeah, can you give me a moment? Like, this is, you know, an overwhelming experience. Overwhelming experience.
I remember hearing someone say that love can make you change your ways. It's funny how it came true, and I was fighting it the whole way through. I'm different than I used to be. No longer wanna run the streets, accept responsibility. To be a man, that's what it means to me.
What's next for you?
Well, I was shooting a video for a song Tenderness by Otis Redding. You know, a whole lot of performing. I'm actually going to be doing a play in Buffalo, New York called In the Beginning. And I'm just looking forward to really getting into acting and really finding that focus in those characters. And hopefully that'll lead me into...
So you're going to be one of those singer, actor, stars, huh?
Do all of that. Singing, acting, starring, hosting, you know, trying to be a positive influence in this world.
Take my job.
Trying to be a positive influence in this world, you know, and actually, hopefully my music and myself in general, you know, depicts a positive image towards the people and the children and what have you know?
Well, I think you've done a fantastic job so far. Keep up the good work, and
Thank you.
we look forward to hearing some more of your music on the
Thank
radio.
you. I appreciate it.
Thanks a lot.
You have
Thanks
a
for
great
joining
one.
us. He is Brad Marquis. I'm Justin Kutcher. Thank you so much for joining us here on WoozyFly.com. It's the set at JSM Music. And as always, don't forget, WoozyFly.com. Create your own buzz.